Warning: we are not Japanese, so if we mispronounce any names, we do apologize in advance. This podcast will discuss, in many details, many adult themes that is not for anyone under the age of 18. If you are easily offended or do not want to hear people discuss topics involving sex, taboo topics, and other adult activities with harsh language, you have the option of turning the podcast off now. You have been warned.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of another hentai to listen to. The only hentai show that's confusing more than Cloud9 Sneaky. I am Jarrett.
I'm Matt. That was a low blow. That's a low blow.
No, the only reason why I said that because I just discovered him.
Oh, you just discovered him?
So you knew about this?
Oh, I've known about Sneaky. Yeah, he's been kind of into this for years now.
Yeah.
And it's his girlfriend that's like primarily the instigator of it, and it's so funny to me.
I don't like.
He makes a better woman than a man. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't know who I give more props to, him or his girl for the makeup.
I give it to their makeup people.
It's his girl that I figured that out.
Yeah.
But when I did the comparisons, I'm like, there's without like, I don't. It's amazing.
If you didn't know that Sneaky was a dude and you just saw his cosplay portfolio, I wouldn't laugh at you if you thought that Sneaky was a girl. 100%. 100% I would not.
Well, I saw most of his cosplay on the Idol Senkaku complex, the gallery.
I'm getting so sick of that website. It's so ass backwards with so many things. I'm getting so sick of it.
And when I saw it, it just registers as trap. I didn't really think. I didn't really think about the who it was until now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
there was also some rumors going around that the reason that he was kicked from Cloud9 as the starter ADC was because of the cosplay stuff. I don't believe them, but there's someone was trying to spread that on like the league subreddit, and I'm like, I think it's because he was one of the lower performing AD carries in the last 2 seasons, not because he likes to show off his legs, but whatever.
Yeah, because the face comparison is like,
it's insane.
Yeah.
The makeup just he doesn't look the same. It's fucking insane. I know I keep saying insane, but it's weird.
It's weird.
So weird.
It is weird.
It's amazing what makeup can do. Just plain and simple.
I know.
You don't need. That's a perfect example as to why we don't need CGI bullshit in fucking movies. We just need someone to sit and do makeup for 8 hours and act for 5 and then take it off for 8 hours.
I know, but you ask barista and Zoe, they don't like sitting in that fucking chair. And what's his face? Original Hellboy.
Oh, Ron Perlman.
Yeah. Like the last time I heard he did it was for
he did it for like
some kid.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't see how that was a low blow.
More confusing than a Cloud9 Sneaky. It's like, come on.
But anyway.
Come on.
So I'm in a dilemma.
What's your dilemma?
I don't know where to get it's the 3-way tie. Either should I get a Switch, VR for PlayStation, or should I just save for about a couple months, till December, till PS5 comes out? Even though I don't know what the
I'm waiting on PS. So here's my. So I guess I have to answer your question with another question first, so I can get a idea. Do you work out at all? Do you go running? Do you lift?
No.
Do you do anything?
No.
Okay.
I should.
I've started again, and it kills me because of my asthma, but I feel great afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. One thing that I've discovered that actually kicks my ass more than I thought that it was going to is Beat Saber.
That's the reason why I kind of want VR.
And it's such a good workout. It's fun. You get a great workout in, and so my vote is for VR.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what kind of games you like, maybe the Switch, but I don't know.
Exactly. See, for Switch, it would be like, what am I going to play?
Like, if you like
Crossing?
Yeah, like I was going to say, if you like... Well, you could get Ring Fit Adventure for if you're, like, kind of going to that workout angle.
So it's like...
It's actually really fun. That's actually a really fun game.
Like, if I go Switch, I mean, my options are Crossing, Sword and Shield, maybe, and wait until Bayonetta 3 comes out.
Yeah.
And then that's
if you're not like a huge JRPG kind of guy,
I am, but they kind of roller coaster in the last decade.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then PS5, I don't know the release titles
we don't fucking know anything.
other than Valhalla.
Yeah,
That
I haven't.
is it.
The couple that I've seen and the couple that are rumored don't impress me at all. I'm just waiting for Atlas to like announce like, hey, by the way, if you want to play Persona 6, you got to get a PS5, and I'm gonna be like, son of a bitch, I have to fucking do that now.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers, you made me skip a PS3, or not skip, I still got the PS3, but you had me waiting through the PS3's lifespan, and then I had to wait halfway through the PS4's lifespan to get Persona 5. You motherfuckers.
That's what I was with PS. No, I think it was PS3 when Sons of the Patriot came out.
Yeah.
So
Metal
I'm
Gear
like,
Solid.
because when the
That
initial
was a launch title though.
yeah, that's no, it wasn't. Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was damn close to being a launch
It
title.
was because I'm like shit because Disgaea 4 came out. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, Disgaea 4, and then within the same, pretty close to the same time span. That's when we got MGS. Yeah, MGS 4. So.
And then once Sons of the Patriot, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get my PS3.
Yeah.
I waited a while because I didn't want to, go all out for Disgaea.
Yeah, that was kind of my issue too. Is literally the only reason I bought the PS4 initially was Kingdom Hearts 3, which I never ended up playing because one of my friends beat it and he's like, "This is such shit. It answers no questions," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
that sucks.
I didn't even.
And then Persona,
finish that.
and then literally I heard Persona 5 was like official, so I was like, "Son of a bitch! Now I have to actually get a fucking PS4." So. I might get a PS5 depending on their promise of backwards compatibility. If a majority of my game collection is backwards compatible, then I'll probably just upgrade and then get rid of my 4. We'll see. I don't know how well they're gonna be with the PS5. Honestly, I honestly wish that they would just release like $1,000 PlayStation 5 that has full backwards compatibility with 1 through 4. I wish they would do that, but.
Ooh.
I'm willing to drop the money.
Yeah.
If they take out the Blu-ray playing feature, I don't care because I would still have my PS4 for that, or even my PlayStation 3, which is still one of the best Blu-ray players ever released. Weirdly enough, I would 100% pay $1,000 to play all my old games on discs.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I wouldn't go 1,000, but close
But
to
like,
it.
but like,
Close-
but
close
like,
to
but
it.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I
close
will.
to it.
I am willing to pay the money for something that works very well.
Because I would like, because I still have my Dead Space trilogy.
Yeah, I've got.
I have my Jack and Daxter trilogy.
Yeah, I've got
still.
a binder full of like PS1, 2, and 3 games, and then I have another binder for 4. So it's like, I hate having all those consoles around and then like having to swap them around and replug them in whenever I like want to play the original Metal Gear Solid. Like I don't want to buy it again on like the PlayStation Store or whatever because I try and go as little digital as possible because I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I don't know how long I'm gonna wait to make that decision.
It depends on the Persona 6 announcement, 100% for me.
Because Valhalla's coming out on PS4, so it's like, okay, I really don't need a 5 then.
Yeah, and that's like the thing, like what features are going to be missing from the 5 to 4 that, like, are they going to be major features, or is it just going to be like, oh no, you don't get this one multiplayer feature? It's like, oh shit, oh no.
Yeah, or an upgraded engine.
That thing I never fucking play in Assassin's Creed games. Like.
Yeah. Good news, NBA's coming back.
Yeah, woo! We can celebrate.
I mean,
while the world fucking burns, we get the basketballs back.
it's good. I mean, I know Wolves aren't playing unless I don't know how that. I didn't really look up.
So I tried to figure out what was going on.
I know it's the 22 team.
Yeah.
To try to get to give ranked 9, 10, 11 to get a chance to get that 8th seed. But I don't know if they're gonna be battling it out or they're just gonna finish. The rest of their season.
I don't know. They didn't make it super clear.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, 22 teams, and here's our plan moving forward, and then they just kind of rambled, and I was like, okay, so you're back, but to what capacity? What is your plan? They're like, oh, this is our plan. Like 4 hours later, it's like, cool. I don't understand a thing that you're doing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
No.
excited, but
Yeah, and then once I heard that, it's like the latest it'll end is October 7th. I'm like, doesn't the next season start like
October 7th.
around that a time? Then I looked it up and it's like, well, there's numerous options, and it's either you're gonna cut the 80 some odd games down to 50, or they're gonna do
Which,
a
to be
play-in tournament, which I don't get. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I feel like I could go back and like research it, but I still wouldn't learn anything.
yeah, I wouldn't.
So
So I'll just wait until that happens. But hey, at least it's coming back. Breeze might be out of. He won't be out of a job.
I don't
He won't be out of. They won't fire
don't
him just to get.
fucking understand. You like play primarily with black players, and this is a huge thing, and you go on camera and be like, how dare they kneel in all these protests? And I'm like, you said that with such confidence. It just amazes me. How do any of your teammates have any respect for you to any capacity? Because I imagine you talk about this in the locker room.
Yeah.
I imagine. Like,
I mean, they won't fire him because that's.
No, they're not going to fire.
Well, no,
fucking
one that's a huge dent in your cap right there.
Yeah.
Unless he quits, which I don't.
He won't.
He won't.
He's too much of a prick.
Everyone,
anyone else in his position would have been like, oh shit, I should probably step down and like disappear forever.
Yeah.
But Drew Brees is like, nope, fuck all of you, and he issues an apology, and I'm like, it boiled down to, I'm sorry you got offended by what I said. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So it's like, well, too bad, Jameis. You almost had shit.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
So close.
Maybe, or either that, or they would have given it to Tatum. Either or. I mean, Tatum's moving forward, quote unquote, so they say. I mean, he has the potential to be a starter.
I feel like we've said that for the past however long he's been around.
Jason,
yeah,
really?
I don't know. I feel like that's.
I don't know. That's what their front office is saying about him, and all everybody, not analytics, the people who that's their job, saying that Tatum is going forward for the Saints.
I don't know.
Hey, what he did against the Vikings during that playoff game, I'm like, well, he was doing better than Brees in that short instance.
I don't fucking get what Drew Brees just plays against the Vikings and he just forgets how to fucking play the game. It's insane.
Oh, it's the Favre curse. I call it the Favre curse.
You call it the Favre curse?
I call it the Favre curse.
So, oh god, I was talking with some coworkers who are like super Vikings fans, and they're like, you know who we want to see? And I was like, no, because I really don't care. Football is just whatever to me at this point. I just kind of like some of the drama that goes on. They're like, man, we're super excited for Aaron Rodgers to like get kicked from the Packers and join the Vikings, and I was like, why? And they're like, whatever. And they had this huge explanation. It basically boiled down to apparently Aaron Rodgers has just big dick energy this coming season or whenever they're going to start playing, because some shit happened. Or he was super mad about like the last season.
Yeah. No, he's mad about this.
Yeah.
Because they drafted Jordan Love.
Yeah. Point is he's super mad. So they're like, one of two things is going to happen. He's going to put that energy inwards and he's going to fucking make the Packers like number one in the division, or he's going to take it out on the fucking team and they're going to collapse and go 0-16. And I was like, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is that big of an asshole.
No. He does do a lot of finger pointing though.
Oh God, fucking who is on the Panthers? Panthers quarterback.
Now or before?
Last season or 2 seasons ago.
Cam?
Yeah, Cam. I feel like Cam probably does the most finger pointing, but Aaron Rodgers is a close second.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever. Sports are cool. I like
Sports are cool.
I have not heard anything about baseball outside of my one friend who's like a super baseball fan. And it's kind of depressing watching him just, because he would go to like every game, but he would go in like the nosebleed seats. So like those outfield like 4th level way up in the corner, but he loves it. He just loves the game. So as long as he's at a baseball stadium, he's happy. So
I mean, all I know is they're taking a pay cut. That's all I know because of the shortened season.
whatever.
That's my baseball knowledge.
Yeah,
right there.
that's my baseball knowledge because I haven't heard anyone, like my parents haven't talked about it. No one's talked about anything baseball. So I guess that means that there's no news involving baseball. So
I mean, I know NASCAR and soccer's going headstrong right now.
God, if you cancel soccer, you cancel Europe at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because every time I turn on FS1, it's on, and I'm like hearing all this noise in the background. I'm like, are they playing ambience?
I think well, it's not as bad as the Korean, it was the Korean team who filled their stadium with sex dolls, which is the funniest goddamn thing I've ever read. Because that's ingenious. That's I wish I was that smart.
But yeah, so it is ambiance noise.
I'm pretty sure it's ambient. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, because it's loud.
Yeah, that's super loud.
But yeah. Anyway,
that's there's sports talk while the world in Minneapolis burns.
Speaking of that, so I know they're doing a peaceful protest on Osaka next month. I don't know why a month later. I don't know why a month later. I know we talked about this before. Holy shit, the comment section and fucking Complex.
I can't so here's how. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little fucking tangent as to why I don't visit that website anymore because of how fucking. I don't know how many writers there are that do articles. It seems like there's like at least two different people. It might be one. I don't really know. Again, I don't know dick about this website as far as their inner workings.
Mm-hmm.
But how fucking ass backwards is this website where they're like, man, look at this super sexy lolly sex doll oni hole that you can get, and then the next article above that is, man, look at all these businesses supporting terrorism groups, and it's about the Black Lives Matters protests, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, maybe someone in the comments will like point this out. Nope, all the comments are fucking agreeing with them and shit, and I'm like, this is a fucking anime website. Like, what the fuck? Why are you all right-wing radicals? What the fuck? Like, anytime that anything involving like transgender people show up, or anything involving races, or anything like that.
Oh, it's wet over there.
Okay.
I'm just.
We have an extra guest in the room. So. What was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, like they're like super negative about like trans rights and like the LGBT community and anything really, and it's insane. But don't worry, lolly sex dolls are peak awesome. Love it, fantastic. It's a fucking weird website. I refuse to visit it anymore. Honestly, just because of how ass backwards and inconsistent they are with everything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who edits.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's like a specific writer or contributor that does it, or if it's like a couple people that do it. I don't know how Senkaku gets their articles and stuff, so I can't blame the website itself. But the fact that the comment section on those ones, specifically where they're like against transgender people or the LGBT community or like calling the protest terrorists, those get like 400, 500 comments.
Yeah.
And like everything else gets like 10, 20. It's like, what the fuck? If maybe Senkaku's like a secret white supremacist gathering point for some things. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, for some. That's a lot of Japanese white supremacists, because I'm pretty sure everything that's out there is Japanese.
I don't know. I don't know.
At least the comments, at least from what I've concluded from the comments, everybody's almost Japanese.
Like I said, I have no idea. I don't know the inner workings. I don't know their primary.
Either, but that's the feeling I get.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But oh man, there's some shit in those comment sections that are just ludicrous, with some of the most ignorant human beings I've ever seen in my life. Again, you can have your opinion on things. I don't care if you have an opinion on things, but at least be informed about it before you start having the opinion. And like a lot of these guys have no fucking clue. They try. It's like it's like a subreddit I refuse to go to because it's called Kappa. It's like kind of like this FGC troll community type thing. Which normally the FGC separated as its own troll community, but Kappa is like for the super edgelords who think they're really smart and like really woke and shit. Oh my god, can't fucking handle it.
All right.
It's insane.
I probably couldn't handle it either.
Like it's not even. It's like I don't care for like if you're gonna be like a super edgelord. I don't care. Like, but it's the fact that these people think that they're really smart really bothers me because you can see and hear the arrogance in these fucking posts sometimes. It's I fucking hate it. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it does sound like obnoxious. But anyway, that's our political.
Yeah, that's our.
I was trying not to go there, but then that jogged my memory about.
Yeah, whatever, it don't matter. Minneapolis is on fire. Lots of cities are on fire. The world has protests all over about this shit. So.
Oh, speaking of, I saw a Twitter post. Like, man, somebody posted whatever. I can't remember what it said before, but it said July is gonna be like dot dot dot, and it had pictures of the two sand pods napping coming down.
That's great.
And so I retweeted, or not retweeted, but I responded in the comments was like the end of Evangelion with the thing circling around. That's what I posted. Nah, it's gonna be like that.
Nah, it's gonna be like this, fam.
But yeah, that's what I posted.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great.
I'm like,
oh God, what would I have posted? I'm trying to think of. Do I have any funny things?
Actually, I'll take the Saiyans.
Oh yeah,
I'll roll the dice.
We might be able to fight back against the Saiyans, you know.
I roll the dice.
Yeah.
On that one. I mean, quite honestly, I don't know if it already happened. The asteroid that was supposed to be. Did it already pass?
It's projected to pass pretty quick. So.
Oh, so it hasn't came.
Yeah. Well, the article I saw earlier suggested that it hadn't passed, but I think it might have been old, so it might have already passed. So.
Oh, I'm like, I wish it didn't.
Maybe that's why people are fucking crazy.
Sure.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
People are weird. I hate people. If you ever need an example as to why I just fucking hate people.
Just ruin everything. But anyway, on to the weekend update.
People do ruin everything.
I know.
They suck.
I know. Honestly, it was the wrong order. I know it was out of anger, but I think it was out of the wrong order. To me, they should have waited until a not guilty came up, and then
fucking, because we all knew he wasn't even getting tried with. He was just on leave or something. So.
But yeah.
I don't fucking know.
So yeah.
The world's on fire. Thanks, Minnesota. We fucking did it, boys. Although to be fair, 40 years from now, if anything changes and if things start to go the way people want, Minnesota's going to be the one that started the revolution, so go us. We did it.
True. I mean, I will also say this. I look good in a beret. That's all I'm saying. I will look good in a beret.
What are you implying?
Okay, I guess I have to say it. Black Panthers. If there's a resurgence of the Black Panthers, I'm just saying I'll look good in
Well, I am on the air right now saying I am an ally of the Black Panthers. I fully support everything that's going on. Riot, looting, don't give a shit. The dumb white people that make it worse, condemn those guys. Arrest all the officers. Get justice for all those black people that were killed. I am on air saying this, so when the race war starts, I am a neutral party. Because I just don't want to deal with this shit.
I don't either, but like I said, I look good in a beret. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so on the weekend update.
Oh God.
So
speaking of black.
Spiders. A couple Bolivian brothers wanted to become a superhero, and lo and behold, they find a spider off in a corner to say, "Hey, there's a spider.
Yeah,
I want to become a Spider-Man."
Yeah, they're like, it has the mark of Spider-Man. Looks similar. Let's let it bite us.
Yeah, but this spider happens to be a black widow.
And anyone who might listen down under in good old Australia and other places where these spiders are very common, that's a very, very, very bad thing. I don't think they died. No,
they didn't. But the weird thing about one of them got bit, and the other one just followed suit after follow suit. I'm like, all right, my turn.
Brotherly love. You gotta respect it. Tommy did it, so I have to do it. Ow!
I don't feel so good.
Tommy, I don't feel so good.
Mrs. Stark, I don't feel so
Mr.
good.
Stark. Oh no.
But yeah, the boys made it out very well.
They made it out alive.
But still.
What? I get the logic of like a 10-year-old or like an 8-year-old doing this. I really do. I don't, but I don't. That's a lie. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I would never do that.
No, even at 8, I was smart enough to be like, "That's a spider. Superpowers aren't real. I'm gonna walk away from this very deadly-looking spider."
Yeah, that's.
I don't
End
give
of
it.
story.
I don't. Yeah, that's the story right there. That nothing happened. I saw a spider, said nope, left. Yeah. I don't give a shit if my brother's like, it'll give you superpowers. I would have been like, you're a fucking liar.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
Kids are dumb. I try and give kids the benefit of the doubt too, but fuck, some of the kids are so stupid.
Yeah, no, yeah, they are stupid. I really don't like any kid under the age. I have to actually think about it. Well, any kid under the age of 11, I just don't like. And then any kid between the ages of 12 to 17, they're all dumb. Sort of sass and
they're sass and they think they know shit, and oh my god, I want to put them in their fucking place.
But you can't.
But you can't. You fucking can't.
It sucks.
You're not the parent, so you can't do shit.
Oh, I hate it. I really hate it.
I fucking hate. Oh, they're so dumb. Fuck kids, dude.
Well, yeah.
Fuck kids.
But
whoever wants kids actively and goes, I want to get married and have children. You're part of the problem.
Well, it's okay.
Asterisk, my opinion is my own. Jared does not save that shit.
Well, no, it's just like I feel like I'll be like the awesome dad, but there's like a lot of steps.
Well, like that's the thing too. It's like I know I'd be a great dad. I'd be the great dad that all the my kids' friends want to come to our house because hey, their parents are awesome and shit. And we have a lot of fun there, and we're great. Blah blah blah. I'd be the super fun uncle. Fuck kids though.
Fuck kids.
Fuck kids.
But at the same time. I hate your guts.
Your guts.
I hate your guts, son. I hate you too, Dad. Yeah. Dinner's at 7.
Mom made pizza from scratch.
Fuck you, Dad. Fuck you too.
Fuck you too, son.
I fucked your. No, okay.
That's like my favorite Vine series of all time. Is I can't remember his name, but it's like when your mom gets remarried and you hate your stepdad. Hey, wake up, Johnny. Fuck you, Tom. It's like, oh, I already fucked your mom, so.
That actually does sound familiar, but.
Oh, that's like the realest Vines I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
We'll talk about something about spiders and kids.
Yeah. So a local design firm is working on a e-suit for concerts and clubbing because virus is still going on.
You gotta make money somehow in a pandemic. So why not take advantage of stupid people?
Yeah. I don't understand it. Because
I'm not kidding.
Those suits look hot. Very hot.
I read through this article twice, and they're trying to patent it for one, so like they're trying to make money off it that way, and then two, yeah, I've seen the actual prototype or whatever they called it. I guess that's what you technically call clothes as well. It looks hotter than a fursuit. Holy shit! It looks like you would die. Like I don't want to go clubbing in this. It looks awful.
It really does. Yeah, hopefully it's a prototype. Even with a prototype, yeah.
Yeah, even if they slim it down or change it a little bit, still looks like it's gonna be 100 degrees inside. That sounds terrible. It looks uncomfortable. It doesn't look great.
No.
So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's about the same. They're trying to get money, like the people making those plexiglass for the drive-through window, which I don't understand. I really don't. You're in the car.
For a drive-through, for a counter, I get it. not a, protects it. You're already fucking far enough apart in a fucking car.
Yeah.
What?
Why
and
do you need
and they're
this?
wearing gloves and they're wearing masks. Like,
well, it depends on where you're going, but I don't care. But
Popeyes hasn't been doing anything. They're just open as normal and shit.
Yeah, neither is Arby's.
So fucking funny. Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite YouTube channels is they're like working at Popeyes versus working at Chick-fil-A. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, RDC one.
Yeah, RDC.
yeah, I've seen that one.
So, hey, may I take your order? What the fuck did you just say? Fuck you just say to him? No, here's how you do it. What you want?
You see the latest one where they're delivering it?
I haven't seen that one, no. I probably should.
The Chick-fil-A one is hilarious. You just see them like, oh, we're mowing the lawn.
Yeah, they're mowing the lawn and shit.
Oh, you want some sauce? Hey, get some sauce over here.
Sauce over here.
Oh, what kind of sauce you want? I'm like, let me take. Oh, if you need anything, we'll be right out.
We'll be right out here.
But yeah.
No, you don't use those fucking tongs. You use your hands. Put it in the fucking box. They ordered 11 pieces. You give them 10.
They're so funny.
I don't know where they find the energy to make these things. It's so fucking funny.
But yeah, this e-suit is ridiculous.
Yeah, their inspiration for it is stupid too. They're like, we brainstormed this idea after seeing beaches full of spring breakers.
I don't see how you got inspiration from that.
How did you go? Yes, a beach. You know what these people need? Suits to go clubbing. Like, I don't. Where's the connection? I don't see it at all. But whatever.
I don't think it'll work out.
No, I think that this idea is going to crash and burn. I kind of hope it does. So.
Yeah, because again, it will crash and burn.
Yeah, I knew. They're like, how do we not let the clubbing industry die out? Like, just give it a year. Just
or you can open it.
Or open it and just be like, hey, wear masks. And if you die, you die.
I know, because
I mean, at this point,
because I looked it up on CDC. What exactly is this? And then, I looked at all the symptoms. Like, okay, that's a kind of regular cold to me.
It seems like the flu. It's worse than the flu. Obviously, I'm not going to downplay it or anything like that. But the symptoms are very flu-like. So it's like.
And then I tried to type in, like, can you recover just by being home? Yeah, you can. Like, you can.
Assuming you don't have underlying conditions and you're in decent health, the recovery rate has increased pretty much. So at this point, I'm not afraid of getting it. But with asthma, it's like, who knows? It's like if I get it in my lungs, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. But oh well.
True. I mean, I'm not saying this. It's not bad.
Yeah, don't take this as us saying like, oh, stop caring, or that it's not a severe disease or anything like that.
But I think the whole world blew this out of proportion really quickly.
Yeah.
Like when they realized, oh, you can kind of recover by yourself,
now that
isolated from everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, now that the ICUs are there for the intense cases, and as long as you're willing to just stay home when you do get it, and you just take care of yourself. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, don't be dumb. Don't, if you can wear a mask out in public, wear one. Still social distance and be smart about shit. But yeah, maybe we don't need to shut down the entire world anymore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
This is my all-time. This is my favorite fucking headline we've read in a long time.
A woman is considering divorcing her husband because her in-laws are looking to move in next door.
Yep. So the article and the headline don't match. The article says that they're planning on moving in next door, but the headline says that they did buy the house. So I don't know officially. So it's a little conflicting. This is just a nightmare for a married couple, honestly.
Well, I mean, I looked on. There was a couple of people that said, yeah, maybe this is not a good look, and the other people said, I don't mind, because depending on the in-laws or whoever, say, hey, well, maybe the in-laws are I wouldn't say bed-bound, but it has complications.
Yeah. If it's some kind of health
complications, because I know I delivered to a person where a guy's dad's like 2 doors down, but it was one of those townhomes type deals, interconnecting. The point is, I'm like, okay, would you consider moving out or not moving out, but divorcing? Like I said earlier, it depends on how well you like your in-laws.
Yeah, that too, and also how your spouse or your partner is treating the situation. If they're like, "Oh man, I can't wait for my parents to live right next door," like, I'm probably shuffling you the papers next week. But if you're also in the same boat of like, I'm not super comfortable with it, it's kind of sounds bad. They're kind of probably gonna invade our daily lives and blah blah blah. Okay, then we can move out. We'll stay together. We can keep the papers on the back burner for now.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live next door to my parents, let alone the in-laws.
I live with my parents. I don't even want to be there.
I didn't either when I moved back here, back to the States, or not States, Minnesota. But yeah, I'm like yeah, because the privacy alone just.
Yeah, like I don't want to like be out in my yard and then the in-laws are like just in their yard and they're like, "Hey, let's come over." It's like, no, you fucking stay on your side of the fence, Becky.
So I mean, it might be the only good thing I could see out of this, and like if you moved out or not moved out, like on vacation.
Yeah, then you have your in-laws just right there, like, hey, get our mail, watch the house. If you have pets, take care of the pets.
Yeah.
Babysit the kids if you're not bringing the kid, which you shouldn't.
No. I mean, well, it depends on how old.
Yeah, if they're like 16, sure, bring them. But if they're like 8, don't fucking bring them. Fuck kids.
Unless it's, Disney World or some shit like that.
No, don't bring them to Disney. There's too many people in Disney. Just go to Disney by yourselves. Have a nice time.
Is Disney open?
They reopened with a bunch of restrictions and stuff.
What's the restrictions?
I don't know for sure. I haven't read any articles about it, so.
Shit. Because I read an article that who was it? It was Japan. That's what it was. You know how last time we read Hawaii's trying to kick people out?
Yeah.
Japan's trying to get people in.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I read there was an article saying they want to invite people in. I'm like, yeah, but what's open over there?
That's very weird for Japan to do that. Although to be fair, they did stop the state of emergency in like all their provinces, so that was like a huge limiter. But yeah, I can't.
But still, it's like, what's open?
Yeah.
I don't know what's open.
If they're inviting people, I'm guessing there's some stuff.
Yeah, but what?
But yeah.
But I don't know. Because
like a bunch of their expos and stuff got canceled.
I can see why, because they just.
I mean, they're already tightly packed already, so like.
I mean, they already lost. Who knows how many millions of dollars because of the Olympics? They won't earn that back until next year.
Oh, they probably won't ever get that back. That's like the Olympic curse is very real. It takes forever to get whatever you invest into the Olympics back. Oh, poor Rio. They went from shit to awful. Rio's never coming back. Rio's gone, boys. Nuke it off the map. Just get rid of it. The world economy will go up 100 fucking points by just not having Rio anymore.
Bro,
I don't know how the fucking world economy works.
I don't know. I don't either. I don't either.
I imagine if Rio wasn't part of it, it wouldn't change anything. But we gotta try, right? Just get rid of Rio.
Yes, we should. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let me go there first.
I'd rather live.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the tourist part. Let me go to the tourist
like
part,
and then the 10% of Rio that's like beautiful and like well maintained. Yeah.
Let me go to that. Let me go to there and then decide.
then we decide.
And then think about it.
We'll just get rid of the other 90% of Rio that doesn't make money.
Yeah, just keep the beach front.
Just keep the nice beach
part.
Those 5-star hotels.
Just blow it up.
And then get rid of the other fucking
But anyway, but yeah. I don't know if I want to live next to my in-laws.
No, I would refuse. I barely want to live in the same state as my family. Like that's how. I don't have a bad relationship with my family, but it's like. Okay, I kind of do. Like my mom's side, like they always try and do like this get together with all the cousins and shit. It's like I don't want to hang out with some 40-year-old drunk gambling addict lady who mistreats her kids all the fucking time. I don't want to hang out with you.
Oh, man.
And then like 2 deadbeats that barely have together and are constantly fucking broke and lie all the fucking time. One who just doesn't like the rest of us, so why the fuck do I want to hang out with you? And then my brother, which is my brother, who I see often enough to where I don't need to hang out on cousin time with him. So,
Man.
yeah, and they're always like, why doesn't Matt want to hang out with us? It's like, because I really don't fucking like any of you people.
Wow, at least you know your family.
Yeah.
My family's too big. Every time when I see them, it's like, who the fuck are you?
This is your cousin 8th removed. It's like, oh, cool.
Well, no, it's like I don't see them much, and they just grow the fuck up, so I don't recognize them.
Ah, that issue.
Because my mom's side of the family is fucking.
Yeah, you've kind of talked about it a couple times, saying that she just has a shit ton of siblings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother pumped out 8.
Pumped out.
Yeah, 8. And then yeah.
And God, even if they have each like just 2 kids each, that's like 16 fucking.
They did.
Oh my God, like just 2 each, or did they all have like?
Oh, minimum.
Oh, so okay.
Or except for one, the youngest, she only had 1, but everybody else has
like
least
2 plus.
At least 2, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's a bit too many people.
Or no. The oldest has 1, the youngest has 1, but everybody else.
Okay, but
everybody else.
But everyone else makes up for that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Gotcha.
And then my cousins. Holy shit, man. Yeah. So, but they all know me. They all know me. It's kind of weird because for some odd reason I feel like I'm the golden son, even though I don't feel like it. If that makes sense. At least, I take that back. No, I'm not. No. Man, enough with our shit. Our next topic, or not topic, but next article that kind of goes into the next topic.
The next couple articles that go into the next topic we'll discuss.
So, if you haven't heard by now, there's going to be a live-action Cowboy Bebop, produced, I guess, by Netflix.
Yeah, handled by Netflix, essentially.
So there are 2 things about this. One, apparently everybody's got their panties in a bunch about blackwashing, and blackwashing Jet. Okay.
That doesn't fucking matter. Like, I don't.
Because blackwashing hasn't happened before. Case number 1, Hamdelf and Thor.
Yep.
Case number 2, Perry White and Superman.
Yep.
And then I guess you can kind of make a case for Gamora and not Raven, Starfire. Only problem with those 2, the last 2, was Gamora is a green alien.
Is a fucking green alien.
Green alien, and nobody really knew about Guardians except for the hardcore Guardians of the Galaxy fans.
And also, to be fair, they completely changed most of the characters in Guardians.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like, who gives a shit?
And then Starfire.
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 From Titans?
Yeah, Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Originally, she's orange and an alien. So, and then when the actress is black, again, panties got.
Yeah, people are like, oh my God, she's not. I'm like, who gives a shit?
First of all, yeah, she's orange, so
yeah,
I don't think it matters what
fucking alien. First off.
Yeah. But until Thor came out, everybody said, all right, it just did his thing, didn't really care. And then Superman came out. Perry White's not even a second. He was what? In the comics, I think he was a third-rate character.
He existed.
Yeah.
He was there.
He existed.
That's about it.
And so, I mean,
depending on like what ones you're reading, he might have been slightly more significant, but
who cares if he was blackwashed? I mean, he was barely in the film.
Barely fucking mattered at all. So who gives a shit? But
so, and then but everybody's fine with an Asian playing Spike, even though I'm pretty sure in the
Even
anime,
though I actually think he technically is white.
and yeah,
Yeah,
and
I can't remember where he comes from, but I'm pretty sure it's like
the whole cast is white. Let's
like,
just get let's
I'm
just
pretty sure the cast is like white,
yeah.
but
Especially I don't
this is the shit that I hate with anime sometimes, because I'm not getting into like the whole detail of why characters are quote unquote white in the shows, because that's like an entirely different artistic thing.
yeah.
But like no one has an issue with live action adaptations. Like, oh look, all these characters are like being played by Japanese or Korean or whatever. Hooray, that's awesome. But then no one bats an eye in the case of like this, where they're technically supposed to be white people,
Yeah.
and it's dumb. People are very selective about anger about this shit for no fucking reason. It's insane.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
Give me good actors. That's all I want.
true.
I don't need someone that looks exactly like the fucking characters. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
No
you
fucking
don't
realm
have
is that gonna happen with any live action adaptation. Well, not necessarily. Angelina Jolie did look like Lara Croft back in the day, so that one I will give.
Okay, yeah.
That one I will give a pass to.
Yeah. No, there was actually a good couple passes. Tony or RDJ was pretty good for face wise.
So yeah, our Robert Downey Jr. did look a lot like pretty much every version of Tony Stark, so that one I also give a pass.
I know there's somebody else, but I can't think at the moment. But anyway, yeah. So I think these guys really need the line in the sand, because that line in the sand is like an etch-a-sketch. It can literally be shaken and then redrawn.
Whenever they want. Whenever they want. It's insane. And like if again, this is why I fucking hate reading some of these fucking Senkaku articles, because they're so ridiculous.
It is.
They're so they have such a fucking agenda that it's like impossible to get any like actual news or like any kind of information. So like here's the one that we're gonna go into in a second. So again, referring to the Cowboy Bebop live action, they had to, and they specifically used the word censoring, but in reality they had to change Faye's outfit, because anyone who's seen Cowboy Bebop knows that exists only in the anime world. You're really not gonna get a person to do action scenes or walking scenes comfortably and consistently in her outfit. It's just not gonna fucking happen.
I'm pretty sure the actress just looked at it and said no.
Yeah, I guarantee also the actress was like,
I'm not wearing that.
So I'm not wearing anything? Again, I love Faye as a character. I love Cowboy Bebop. I love character designs, blah, blah, blah. One of my favorite series. You still need to take a step back and realize that trying to adapt this to a live adaptation will require change. Same with a lot of anime stuff that you like. So, like, here's why I fucking hate this website. It's like, Netflix has continued its perverse agenda to scorn female beauty, as a writer from the live-action Cowboy Bebop series divulged that in addition to blackwashing the very clearly white-skinned Jet, wow, the rough and tough beauty, Faye Valentine, will be forced into a more appropriate outfit. And again, if you actually, because they linked the entire interview, the interview even says we needed an actual appropriate outfit, not in terms of like, wow, human eyes can't look at the female body in this outfit. It's, we literally could not get this to fucking work in the context of live action.
Yeah, my favorite quote to hate is, "Oh, human needs to wear this." So I guess cosplayers aren't human. that was my immediate response.
Well, and so like that's what a lot of people would probably criticize me for saying. Is like, well, I've seen Faye Valentine cosplayers all the time. They're not walking around a fucking movie set doing action scenes and actually moving. They just dress up, move very carefully to pose for the fucking camera, and then probably change out of that shit as soon as they're done with the fucking photo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you have to think about it a little bit realistically in the context of what's happening.
True. But still, I mean, they could have gone about it a different way, but saying that's not human or not.
It's like
no human can wear this.
No human can wear it.
I'm like,
which is not true. Can an actress realistically use this in it's a show, right? Yeah,
it's a show.
Could an actress realistically do this through an entire day of filming and be comfortable and up to doing multiple takes, and we not have a a wardrobe malfunction every other take.
No.
No, I'm sorry, you can't.
No.
It's impossible. It's fucking impossible.
Yeah. So my point was, I think he should have quoted that differently.
Yeah.
And
or
then,
or whoever gave the interview should have said it differently. Essentially, there was multiple ways to say it, but it's just if you take a second to just think about some of these things. Again, for just a fucking second, outside of your own little bubble, it makes sense.
yeah.
Like, oh no, we blackwashed the jet. Oh no, because that's a real fucking person and we have to be historically accurate, I guess. What?
Yeah.
God forbid diversity. I don't know. People are so afraid of the word diversity and shit. They're like, we're being forced to diversify. Or maybe they found a really good actor that auditioned and they're like, shit, we found our jet.
Yeah. It happens.
Again.
It happens.
Like, why was how do you fucking Idris? Yeah. Why was Idris Elba in fucking Thor as Heimdall? Because
awesome.
he had the voice for it, he had the presence for it. He did great. Guess what? Only like white supremacist dudes were like, how dare they whitewash Heimdall? It's like, who gives a shit? He did fucking great. I was absolutely campaigning for him to be the next James Bond.
Everybody was
mad disappointed that he wasn't. Oh, I was so fucking mad. And again,
everybody was.
And again, that fucking little tiny quarter of the internet, like, we're just trying to diversify. Like, why should James Bond be a black dude? It's like, because James Bond's not a real fucking character. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and then
it's not our. Who was the original author? Ian Fleming, I think, was the original author of James Bond. Not our fault that he wrote a story about a straight white dude in the '60s where he was misogynist as fuck. Guess what? We have the Sean. If you really want that version of James Bond, Sean Connery's James Bond, you can still watch that shit no problem in the Blu-ray collection.
There you go.
You can get all that shit in those movies. So that's all I'm saying.
But yeah, which leads to our topic. Next topic is, should the film industry, I should say, have a continuation of live action anime / video games? I'd say yeah. Here's why.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Here's why. Oh shit.
That's why. That's why.
Yes. There's my point.
I mean, why not? I mean, because every time you're gonna have a movie that's based on comics, video games, anime, you're gonna have a lot of haters saying, no, you're gonna screw up, you're not really gonna take, the source material really well. Well, honestly, what movie actually did 100% of the source material?
Yeah.
Nobody.
So,
I mean, MCU didn't do it. They just took 5% of it and just look how much money they made out of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with, I hate to bring it up, but DC. DC.
Oh, fuck you, DC. You piece of shit.
They did it wrong, but they kind of tried to do it.
At least they were consistently doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I at least respected them for that. They didn't pivot halfway through during their movies and be like, maybe we should do this slightly different. They're like, nope, full steam ahead, boys. I'm like, okay, I at least respect that.
So, I think, I can't think of his name, Uwe Ball.
Uwe Ball.
He dropped the fucking ball. He dropped that for, I mean,
Uwe Ball's been doing this since 2000, and I fucking hate him as just a person, as a director. It's awful. He makes intentionally bad movies for German tax breaks and shit.
Yeah.
Awful. So he really poisoned the well of live action adaptations of things for a long time.
Yes.
And I still think he is. I still think he makes movies. I'm not sure though. Although I think everyone's caught onto his shtick by now.
I don't think it's video game adaptation. I don't think.
I don't think he's doing that anymore. And now I think he's moved on to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm pretty sure he has.
He's remaking it sometime soon?
No, I think he's just doing his own Dungeons and Dragons live action type movie.
Oh.
So I think that's the last I've heard of him. I don't know. I haven't researched Bull lately.
I haven't either. But because I know you might hate me for saying this, and some of our listeners might say this, but Evolution, if you take out the Dragon Ball aspect of it, it's not that bad.
Okay, so God, how do I? So okay, so my take on it is let's take the Resident Evil series that not like the CGI ones made in Japan, but like the live action ones made by Wes Anderson here.
Yeah.
If they weren't called Resident Evil, I would treat them like the Transformers movies and say, yeah, they're dumb and they're not great, but at least they're just fun little action movies that know they're stupid, and they kind of lead into that towards the later half.
Mm-hmm.
And like even the first Resident Evil wasn't that bad. I just wish it didn't have the Resident Evil title.
Yeah.
If it was called anything else, I would have been like, okay, so it's kind of a Resident Evil inspired zombie movie where they're like, hey, they're in the mansion and there's an evil corporation. Very clearly, it's kind of like Resident Evil, like they're inspired by it. But like when you advertise it and you pitch it as this is the live action adaptation of Resident Evil, and there's like shit in there that has nothing to do with Resident Evil, that's where I'm like, did you really adapt it, or did you just use the setting as an inspiration? So like that's where I get issue with a lot of these adaptations and shit.
So yeah, my thing with Resident Evil, I actually liked it. I would like it a lot better if it was had continuity.
Yeah, I'd like it if they'd fucking kept, track of anything.
Yeah, because once you go from 1 to 2,
doesn't make
nothing.
A whole lot of sense.
2 to 3, nothing.
Again,
3 to
doesn't
4,
make a whole lot of sense.
I think the
you
only time
maybe get some callbacks, but it's like a name drop. And
yeah,
like, that's it.
Because I think
like
it was
Wesker comes out of fucking nowhere in the movies, and then we never hear about him again
until the end. So yeah, I wish there was continuity in the Resident Evils. I think that would have made a whole lot better.
Yeah, I also don't like that they bring characters that we actively know and that a lot of people like, and they just change them completely. Like, Barry shouldn't have been in the fucking movie at all. He had no reason to be in the fucking Resident Evil movies, and then they kill him off for no fucking reason.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, Barry, no, we loved you.
And then they finally introduced Ada and Leon, and then
do nothing with them.
And
do
then
fucking nothing with them.
Next movie, we have no idea where they went.
Yeah, they're like, hey, what happened to these very important characters in the Resident Evil franchise?
Who's that?
Who? What?
Oh,
do you mean Wesker? Oh, he's right over there. It's like, no. This is like the 5th movie with Wesker. Let's stop, because you've also done nothing with him. Instead of just making him a villain that throws sunglasses at people because he did it in the game once.
Yeah.
Dumbest fucking fight scene ever. I love it and I hate that. It's so. What villain has an ego the size of Wesker where he's like, I'm gonna throw my sunglasses at these motherfuckers, and it actually works.
Oh, you said villain. I was about to say, I'm like, I could have swore Johnny Cage did that.
Oh yeah, no, Johnny Cage does that, but he's not a villain.
But yeah, going back to Evolution, because I know
again, if it didn't have the word Dragon Ball attached to it.
Well, I think I
still wouldn't think it's a good movie.
Well, it would have been good if the creators actually, instead of trying to put the Dragon Ball series into it, they should have just did what Toriyama did and just adapted from Journey to the West and then slap the Dragon Ball label on it. Then you would have had a movie.
I think you should have just called it Journey to the West, honestly, and then just not had anything to do with Dragon Ball, because you're just pissing off the Dragon Ball fans.
True, but going back to the whitewashing, there was no whitewashing in that. I mean, everybody
outside of like the main dude.
Well, everybody for the longest time, to me, I don't think
I think
Goku.
A lot of people thought Goku was white. So even then,
I thought he was white. But everybody's thinking, oh, Goku's not white, he's Asian. I'm like, I'm pretty sure.
I think he is.
Because that would make everybody on Planet Vegeta Asian. I mean,
which I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
No offense to Planet Vegeta, or actually no offense to Asian people, but.
Well, yeah, it's like. But anyway, yeah, that would kind of make everybody.
Yeah, because they had Xiao Young fat, Bulma, who I know is white.
She was half white.
Yeah, she was Yeah, she was mixed.
The actress
Yeah.
we're talking about, not Bulma,
Not like the character,
Bulma.
No.
But yeah, because out of that whole film, there was like two and a half, including Bulma being mixed.
Yeah.
You know, Goku and the actor who played Piccolo. Everybody else is freaking Asian.
Yeah.
So
Everyone.
I don't know why everybody's blowing that out of proportion.
Were the like his school bullies white? I can't remember. I can't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
remember. Were they white? No, okay.
One of them was white. I think the other one was black. Or I'm kind of. I think.
I don't know.
I know one. I know one of them was.
I know
white.
one. I know one
One
dude
was
was white. I can't remember if like the rest were Asian though. So. Which really looks bad when one white dude's leading two Asian dudes like that. But whatever. Whatever.
So and then, not only that, Netflix is also producing One Piece, which right now I'm
okay.
I think that's gonna be disaster on its own.
Here's where I get into the specifics of the question of should anime and video games be adapted to live action, and I'm a big believer of no, at least not all of anime and video games. So like if they're like slice of life, like generic comedy ones, sure, adapt that to live action all you want. But as soon as you introduce any level of like hyper action or like super slapstick, unrealistic comedy, I don't know. It loses my vote. Like I know the Gintama live action adaptation. A lot of people really like because they just go full bore with everything, which is what Gintama did as a series in general.
Mm-hmm.
So it keeps the spirit of it, and it seems like everyone was having fun making it, which makes it enjoyable to watch. So like that's kind of the line I draw of like if it's easy to adapt to where like you're not have to like break the laws of physics in a live action adaptation, then I'm okay with it. So like Kaguya, I know that's probably getting a live action adaptation. I'd be 100% fine with that because it's super easy to adapt that. There's no weird slapstick over the top. Well, I guess there's some over the top faces with some of the characters, but that can just be explained away by just having an over the top reaction as a person. So it's like whatever, not a big deal. So like something like that can get adapted, but as soon as or like even like Kingdom possibly could get adapted because they've done stuff like that with movies before, like kind of the whole Dynasty Warriors Musu.
Wait, what's Kingdom about?
Kingdom is the Chinese manga about essentially the three kingdoms. It's like the warring states.
I'm thinking the Korean Kingdom. That's actually on my Netflix.
Yeah, also that I know has been a thing. What was I saying? Can't remember. But like something like that can be done because they've done like the 1 versus 100. No, one guy can fight off 100 goons, no problem type thing. And Japan does that very well.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. Hong Kong cinema and Tokyo cinema has been doing that since the 60s. So like that's not anything different. So over the top action also can get adapted because Japan's good at that. It's when you try and get into like the comedy type stuff that you really need the over the top animations and like weird character transformations and weird facial expressions that you really can only get with anime really loses a lot of impact. And or like even like something like One Piece. Those character designs are so out there, especially recently, where it's like I don't know how much of that you can adapt realistically.
Well, that's the thing. I think people have to throw that away.
But that's what makes One Piece, though.
True, but I mean, you're also trying to pull in other, demographic. You're not trying to satisfy the masses. Because if you do that, you're not going to make any money. That's the whole film industry's main goal is make money.
Well, yeah, and to do that, you have to hit as broad of a demographic as you can.
So I mean, that's what. So my point is, should there be continuation? Yes, but at the same time, boys and girls have to understand. It's not going to be adapted 100%.
Oh yeah, it's unrealistic
and that's the thing where they don't understand. It's not. They're trying to make it realistic.
And yeah, I get, but then it comes to the point of why adapt it if you can't keep the spirit of it, and that's kind of why I brought up Gintama, is because that keeps the spirit of what Gintama is, an over the top, random as fuck, ridiculous show, and they keep with that. But then, like, when you get One Piece, a lot of the spirit of One Piece are the weird fucking character designs. And
Well, when you say character design, what do you think? What do you mean?
okay, so like, try and find me someone to play Whitebeard, for instance.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they're gonna CGI the crap out of it.
And like that's also, but, like at that point, why fucking make it? If
Well,
it's
no,
not
I
gonna be
mean,
CGI.
when I mean CGI, it's like I think they're not either A, they're gonna do Lord of the Rings style camera camera angles, or B, they're gonna do like 300 Xerxes where they just have them and then they just blow them up. Or I don't know how they did that trick. Where
that was camera work. That was just more camera work stuff.
Okay, so but something like that. As far as the actor playing, is that what you actor
like,
or just the
just
proportion
the
of
proportions,
okay.
because the proportions on One Piece are the weird part.
Okay, yes,
Are
all
the-
the
are the
females
fucking-
are
I'm not even talking about the
Okay.
female. I mean that too, but like whatever. I'll see that live adapted. I don't give a shit. I'm looking forward to that. I'm talking about like some of the like the fucking what's his name? Benny, I think his name is. The robot dude or like the half robot dude.
Oh, Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie. Thank you.
Benny.
Who the fuck did I just mix together? Whatever. Point being, but like Frankie, like he has like noodle arms up at the top, and then he has a fucking bowling ball in his above his. Or am I getting the proportion? Point being,
Well, I
he's
think
so weird looking. Like, how do you adapt that to look decent, either with makeup or CG?
it's possible.
Yeah, but are they gonna put the money in to do it? I
Well,
don't think they are.
well, first off, we have to see how far are they gonna go, because I think you're thinking of now Frankie, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of like
not back,
Frankie.
not when he first got introduced, where he's just looks
Where he's
like
just
a regular
where he's just
person.
like a dude.
But yeah, other than that, I think the spirit of One Piece is gonna be there, but a lot of people are not gonna see that at first until it comes out.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, what I think would realistically be good for them as far as the live action in terms of realistically looking okay and keeping proportions and being able to do like camera trickery to make people look bigger and shit. I think if they just go up to the Alabaster arc and then just fucking stop, because that's when the character designs were still semi-normal.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to say realistic, but like, their proportions were at least understandable.
Mm.
And even with like some of the numbers, like there's some of the number people from Crocodile's crew, you could still make them look decent on camera and stuff. So I think if they were to continue the adaptation, I think that's the furthest they should go.
I don't think they'll go that far.
Oh yeah, I don't even think they'll go that far.
I think it's gonna be an original story. Somewhat,
I don't know.
Somewhat.
I haven't really heard a whole lot about it. So
the only thing I've heard is people losing their minds that somebody's gonna be black and somebody's gonna be gay. That is it.
Because there wasn't a flaming homosexual in One Piece at any point in time.
I know there was a bunch of comma. There's a whole island. There's a whole island of them.
I don't know. I just feel like people are.
I mean, for the longest time, I thought Usopp was. If there ever is going to be a live
I
action,
absolutely thought
he's going to be
was
black.
dead.
He's going to be black.
Oh, I thought he was. I actually thought that was like a thing where he was black. Like they just drew him lighter because it's easier to color. Like I thought that's what it was.
But yeah.
Because if you look at his hair, I'm just saying that's pretty fro-like.
It is, but until his dad got introduced, then it's like, all right.
And then it's like, what? Are you sure?
Yeah, but I mean, if you,
I think this might be a hospital baby situation.
Yeah. So, but for the longest time, I always thought that there ever going to be a live action adaptation of One Piece, Usopp's got to be black.
Yeah, why would people be mad about that? Like, I thought he was supposed to.
Well, no, I think they're trying to make Nami black, and.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. I don't.
That's what I've read.
If she looks good, I don't fucking care.
That's what I've read, and then they were gonna make somebody else gay. I don't know if they're gonna make.
I hope it's Zoro. Please make her gay. That would make so much sense in so many more scenes. If he just loved Luffy outside of like a brother or like a captain. Oh my gosh, it would make so many plot points make more sense.
Well, by what's the word? Not common denominator. Just fuck, I can't think of the word. Where you just take people out of the equation and that's what you're left with.
Oh, Occam's razor.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's like if you strip away all the possibilities, the simplest one is like.
Oh yeah, okay, because can't be. Yeah, because it can't be Sanji because he's a womanizer. So he's out of there.
I was gonna say there's no way they're gonna turn Sanji gay. If they do, then I'll riot too.
I'll be rioting too.
That's like the Sanji thing. I love him for that. He's just never gives up.
Yeah.
Never gives up. He taught me that.
Because it can't be Luffy because all he cares about is.
Because he just wants to be king of the pirates.
Yeah, so he's out.
It doesn't fucking matter if Luffy's gay. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
He wouldn't tell you anyway.
No, no. I don't even think he would know.
I don't think he understands what attraction is, honestly.
No. But yeah, that's kind of my stance on continuation of live action anime and video games. I say keep at it. As long as you have a good writer, director, and then they know what they're doing.
Yeah, if you have passionate people who love the source material that you're doing, I guess it's fine, but you still have to be, in my opinion, selective about what you're adapting.
Because so far, the only person I know done a bang-up job as far as adaptation is Del Toro and his Hellboy. I wish there was a third.
Yeah, I wish Del Toro just made more movies in general, honestly.
Because I can't. What was his last movie? I know he did a.
It got canceled. I'm pretty sure.
I could have swore he did a collaboration with somebody, but I can't think who.
Let me see, because I think he has another one.
Wasn't it Pacific Rim? Yeah, Pacific Rim. He did a collaboration. Whoever did that. Because he did the monster design, the kaiju design.
Yeah, he did the kaiju design. He did, or he made the screenplay for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Okay.
He did a lot of directing of The Strain. Okay, so his last big one was The Shape of Water, which is actually fucking fantastic. That's with the deaf lady and the fish monster.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He wrote Crimson Peak. He made the screenplay for The Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies and Desolation of Smaug, and then screenplay for Pacific Rim, which he also did. He's not credited on this website, but he also did a lot of the monster designs for that. Hellboy 2, Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth, way back in the day. Yeah, so he hasn't done a lot, but he's done some big stuff. He's making a Pinocchio remake. A darker version of the classic children's fairy tale. Well, if Del Toro's making it, I'm gonna be prepared for some fucking nightmares.
That's not for Disney, right? That's just.
No, it's just like him.
Okay.
Because Pinocchio is in the I can't remember what it's called. Basically, where anyone. Public domain. Public domain is Pinocchio.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because I know Disney's planning on doing their live action of Pinocchio.
Which is also just gonna fill me with nightmares.
Oh, have you? That was another thing I wanted to bring up was the reason why you have to be careful because you don't want another District 13 on your hands.
District 13 makes me mad because no one liked it when it first came out, and now a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, it was so revolutionary and had all these things to say," and I'm like,
"Well, no, I'm talking about have you seen the remake, the American one?"
Oh, not recently. I haven't. I saw it a long time ago.
It was cut and paste.
Seriously, that
yeah,
bad?
That's what I'm saying. You have to be careful when you remake or anything like that, because that's what you'll get on your hands. And I haven't seen the Lion King.
Shot for shot.
Yeah,
awful. It's
so
fucking terrible.
That's what I thought. That's what I've read.
Yeah,
so
it's so bad.
That's what you don't want.
No reason to have it live action the way they did. It added nothing. It was terrible.
So yeah, So whoever's doing remakes or adaptation or whatever, you don't want another Lion King. You don't want another.
You really don't want another fucking Aladdin. Holy shit, that was awful too.
Was it?
Yeah,
I
awful.
mean, I didn't
Completely fucking changes a lot of things that didn't need to be changed, and just ruined it.
So, I can't.
And that's not being a fucking purist fanboy. That's objectively looking at the fucking movie and going, "Wow, this is actually a bad movie."
Well,
But it made so much money. Yeah, because all the fucking little Disney fanboys and the fucking 40-year-old housewives went to go see it. So no shit, it made a lot of money.
I wish Disney Plus released Mulan on fucking Plus when I still had it.
That low key, I was actually kind of excited for that because I was like, "Oh my god, they're actually giving Mulan things to do in the fucking movie called Mulan." Because I don't care what anyone says, Mulan didn't do anything in that fucking movie until the last like 20 minutes. I don't care what people say. She launched the rocket at the Huns. Congratulations, she did that on accident.
Seriously, that's Indiana Jones bullshit right there.
Yeah, she launches the rocket at the Huns, and then she saves the Emperor by... I can't even remember because the movie's ending is actually kind of fucking forgettable. She dresses up her friends in like the yukatas and the garb, and they scale the palace and they get in and they stop the Huns, and she doesn't really do anything. She just kind of launches another rocket at the Huns.
She didn't even do that.
I don't even think that
was Mushu.
I think that was Mushu. So yeah, she didn't fucking do anything in that movie.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. I wouldn't say I don't like. It's kind of disheartening that Mushu's not in this, but yet the sorceress is able to turn to a fucking eagle or whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
But what I've read, there is a phoenix. I guess so. Mushu instead of a dragon,
it's
is
like
a phoenix
or some shit.
Hopefully,
we'll see. I said, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because I want it to be good. I want it to be interesting and entertaining because the previews I saw, I was like, kind of looks stupid, but I'll still watch it. I'm hopeful. So, yeah.
I think there will be a lot more action than live action.
God, I hope. I fucking hope.
At least that's what the trailers look like.
Yeah, the trailer makes it look as she's gonna be this badass fighter, which I guarantee is probably gonna boil down to like maybe 2 minutes of the entire film of her doing something. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
That sounds like another Keanu instance. Oh, I wish that movie was a lot better than it was.
What one?
Keanu.
Oh.
Like, it's one of those where they put all the funny parts in the trailer.
Yeah, all those shit. That, to be fair, that's a lot of movies nowadays, though. They put all the best shit in the trailers, and then you go see the movie, and you're like, oh, there was nothing else.
Yeah.
There was nothing else to this fucking film.
I'm hoping Tenet is going to be as good
as
it looks.
I'm praying to God that it's as good as it looks. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's funny, I've not read, but the video of Pitch Meeting, they showed...
Fucking Pitch Meeting, I love Pitch Meeting.
When they did...
Pitch meetings are tight. It looks right at the camera.
Right after they did Inception... Well, it won't be as confusing. This won't be as confusing. And then at the end, they say Tenet, and none of the actors don't know what the fuck they're reading.
No idea what the fuck's happening.
Even in the trailers, I'm like, this looks good, but I don't get it.
I have no idea what the fuck it's about. Why is it called Tenet? I don't fucking know.
I think that's his profession. Maybe, I don't know. And then when he's trying to, in the trailer, trying to explain his powers. Oh, I don't control time. I inverse time or something. Like, what?
That's like Christopher Nolan being like Christopher Nolan though. Of like, no, this is different. I swear. And you're like, Chris, just call it time travel. Fuck's sake.
So hopefully the theaters will open up in November because I think it's, again, I don't know why you have to see a Christopher Nolan in IMAX. That's just the way he is.
He's a strange dude. But to be fair, I remember seeing Dark Knight in IMAX, or when it was still in IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do I
Yeah.
ever want to watch that movie any other fucking way? Gorgeous. The sound was fucking phenomenal.
I think every Christopher
Nolan film.
you have to see an IMAX.
Honestly, if you want the full experience, you
Yeah.
needed to go see it in IMAX. I don't care what it costs. You absolutely should have went to go do it.
I mean, I kind of wish I like not World War II history war films. If I was into that, I would have definitely saw 14 or 19.
1918.
Yeah, I definitely would have saw that in IMAX because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that would have been amazing.
It was. If I got lucky and got to go see that in IMAX. The movie itself is okay. It's nothing special to like write home about, but there's definitely some scenes where, specifically, like, I'm not gonna spoil it just in case, but it's the ending bit it's the ending scene that absolutely is. It's a little stressful to watch. Actually, you're like, oh god, I'm in the trenches.
Yeah. So hopefully theaters will open up, or I'm hoping companies just come to realize, just roll the dice, and people get sick, what have you.
We'll see.
But yeah, moving along. Review time. Our first one is Sora no
Iro, Mizu no Iro.
Thank you.
Or otherwise known as Color of Sky, Color of Water.
Yeah.
Nobody calls it that.
That sounds a little poetic to me.
For what this series is, that's way too poetic.
Yeah. So a new transfer student.
Because who else would it be?
Comes in for the summer. A good month.
Yeah,
a good month. No, it's actually the female.
Yeah.
She comes in, joins the swim team because
how else do we get them in swimsuits?
Right. And you know what? What is this thing? He has a thing for panties, and then his favorite happens to be stripes. Lo and behold, the transfer student is wearing stripes. Oh, I guess you
don't know. What do you think happens after that? After that immaculate discovery.
Oh man, you're my girl right now. You're wearing stripes.
Hell yeah. They bang.
And bang. And bang.
Bang a lot. Like normally, okay, so this is one of those series where it's about half hour long for the show, not including like the intro and outro. And normally in those series, you can kind of click around, and sometimes you just get like dialogue, and then sometimes you get the occasional banging. This one is like if you click around, like 90% of it is them just banging constantly. It's a little insane, but you get what you pay for with this one, so you're not gonna be bored.
And he also has a thing where photographing her. That's how he actually got to bang her. Was just following around and just taking pictures of her.
Yeah,
Eventually,
he's like, I got these photos, and she's like, that's terrible, and he's like, let's bang, and she's like, no, and then he's like, you enjoy it, and she's like,
whatever.
Maybe. Because you can't just go out and say, you know what, that's a pretty good lay. You gotta fight. You gotta fight it a curse couple of times.
And so there's also another female in the swim. No, she's in the garden club. What's next to the swimming pool, and she's completely
logically, that's where you would put the garden club.
It has to be near the plot. So
yeah, it's got to be near the other plot.
And so she's completely fine with. They're childhood friends. Go figure.
Oh yeah, of course.
Go figure. I had to throw that in there. And so yeah, I mean, I know you're the new girl, and he has a hots for you, but I have the hots for him.
Yeah, but he's mine.
Me mine, but I'll let you share him. But eventually, you're gonna leave, and I'll be here, collect up all the goodness.
Yep. Then I get to deal with his lust. Yay me.
And so the whole 2 episodes series, if you want to call it, is just him going back and forth
and just banging them.
And then you have a threesome here and there, and single here, and then
Yeah,
another three.
Just constant sex with this dude. He never runs out of energy. It's insane.
No MC runs out
No,
of
I
energy.
never,
No
I mean, but like
MC.
this guy's like an exception. He's just going at it constantly.
And that's another thing. It's kind of weird that some MCs either have enough energy or they don't have it. They don't have the energy, but yet they go all.
But yet they go all night.
Yet they go all night till the next morning.
And then they're like, "Let's do it again," and I'm just like,
he's all dried in bones.
Can we just cuddle?
Which is kind of weird. It's like, how is a guy all dried up in bones, but the girls are all refreshed?
Yeah, but they're always like, and glowing, and it's
like, all right, first off,
I'm pretty sure sex takes it out of you too.
yeah, first off, there's no way you're up and about walking around.
Like, you just banged for like 8 hours. Like, I know, like, the joke is, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to walk tomorrow. I don't think you'd be able to walk tomorrow if you had sex that fucking long with these kind of people.
No, I have trouble moving after just an hour. It's like, hold on, let me rest here for a while.
Let's just time out. And then you're just drinking water and just energy drinks, and you're just like,
I need to stretch out.
It's like, do we?
And just roll off the bed.
And then you're kind of secretly hoping like they're done and you don't have to go back to it. It's like, even if you didn't finish, you're just kind of like, I don't want to.
No, I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like after an hour, it's like, all right, I'm good. I'm good.
Talk to me in like 5 hours.
Yeah,
maybe.
just go to bed or go home or just leave.
So, and then at the end, she leaves, but towards the end, there's a big time skip, and she comes, or somebody comes. They both leave the city.
Yeah, they both leave.
And then, but he stays in town, and then they both come back.
Yeah, and they all meet up again because we're destined to be together.
And it's fun. The car he was driving, it's like, okay, there's no way 3 people fitting in that
car. No, you don't fucking lie to me.
It's like, where are you gonna fit all these? Where are you gonna fit these 2 girls and luggage? Because that looks about as big as small as about the size of a Fiat.
Yeah, about a Fiat.
So
if you're gonna fit, don't fucking lie to me and say you fit 3 people plus 3 people's luggage into a fucking Fiat.
No way.
No, never.
But all in all, if you like One Piece swimsuit, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, the sex scenes in it are actually pretty good. The animation's pretty decent. The plot, as we've kind of explained, is whatever. At the end of the day, but so is a lot of plot that we cover. So characters are cute. That's all that matters.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was gonna pick up. Next one. I know last time we did the first part, second part we kind of had to finish it. Angel Blade.
Yep, Angel Blade.
Second part, final part, I guess. I tried to see if there's a third part. The reason why to see if there was a third part because the ending of this one ended, or not, it didn't end, it just, not even an open ending.
Yeah, it's just kind of, like, like this joke of like, oh, The Sopranos fades to black. It's kind of what we get here.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really get an answer, but they also don't ask a question. It's just kind of done. That's it. Like, credits roll, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because they introduced another, I guess, heroine.
Yeah, heroine, technically.
And then, sure.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Okay.
Because the main antagonist sends another villain her way, and then they, mop the floor of her.
Yep.
And then the essence goes back to the main antagonist, and that's where Matt was getting, the fade to black thing. It's
kind of get a fade, like, there's like a line of like, I don't even remember what the ending line is, but they say that like they treat it as if like a plot point's been re-revealed instead of like wrapped up, so it's just kind of really confusing, and then it's like credits, like,
yeah,
what?
So
I don't know. It's super weird. The plot on this one doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest with you.
And then the scenes itself,
not great.
Yeah, it's not great.
Great.
This is more of one of those.
This is
an action scene.
We've talked about this before. This is kind of when hentai was trying to be taken seriously. So there is, the adult stuff in it, but it's also basically just an anime.
Yeah.
It's essentially just a hardcore ecchi series.
And if you guys don't know, I looked it up. This is actually a parody of I can't think of the word, but it's actually a parody of a series that looks just like Angel Blade.
Yeah, I did look into that. I can't remember what it was called, and I'm actually really mad I didn't write it down. I was planning to, but it was really interesting. And when you think about this as a parody of what it was supposed to be a parody of, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty good as a parody. I think it's actually really ingenious that they handled it this way. So.
But I kind of wish there's a third part because the way the storyline from part 1 to to 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, like we said, this just kind of just ends. There's not like a thing to it. So.
Yeah. Watch it if you want to be confused.
Yeah.
Story-wise.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one for personal use, I'll say. Put it that way. But if you're actually kind of interested in like a super ecchi, I don't want to say magical girl, but it kind of is in a way.
Yeah, in a way.
Superhero girl. One of the
a warrior.
Oh, girl, yeah, warrior. Girl gets powered up type scenario and saves the world, and shit happens to her because she's trying to save the world type thing. If you're in kind of like a really weird parody of those, yeah, I'd watch it. But yeah, like the personal use a bit. There's just the scenes are far and few between, and even when there are scenes, it doesn't last very long. It's like a minute of like ecchi shit, and then they move on. So,
yeah.
So yeah, the fact that this is a hentai is kind of in the very loose words of it, outside of the fact that there's genitalia. So.
I will stick for the first part, at least that.
Yeah, just watch the first Angel Blade.
Because the second one is just like what I mentioned earlier.
Angel Blade 1, you kind of see the parody bit, but it's also a hentai first. This one is a parody first and a hentai second.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way I would explain it.
And the story in the first one's better.
And this makes sense actually.
It really, yeah.
If you pay attention and you actually want a story, you'll get an actual story. So.
Yeah. So, not bad for a late or early.
I want to say early 90s.
Was it? Hold on. Oh, son of a bitch! There is either they just posted this, because I just typed it in and there's the third part right there. There's the third part.
Did they just post it?
They.
Oh shit.
No.
Interesting.
I guess I just missed it.
Interesting.
Or hold on, maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong.
No, never mind. I take that back. I was looking at 1, 2. I'm like, but mid 2000s. Yeah, a good one for mid 2000s. I think which was probably the golden age.
Yeah, because I think that's also when we got Bible Black, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything that comes
that's kind of where like the hentais that were trying to actually be series really found their groove. They found like the really nice balance between the hentai bit and then the plot bit. So.
Alright. Maybe that's a good panel. Golden age.
The golden age of hentai.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. I think we could do it.
But yeah. Next one is
one of my favorites. I love this one.
Yeah. I can't even say glass in Japanese.
Megane no Megami? I can't remember. I can't pronounce it either, apparently. But it translates to the goddess of spectacles, or glasses, or goddess of glasses, basically.
My kind of man.
Oh God, man! When this aired first, I was like, is this real? Are they just teasing me with the glasses? Nope, glasses stay on, boys, the entire time. Well, most of the time, but it's actually really funny. So basically,
No, it's the entire time.
no, there's a couple
Well,
scenes where they don't.
besides the first scene.
Yeah. So basically, to summarize the plot super quick, our hero Hiroki has a glasses fetish. To the point where he pretty much only bangs his girlfriend when she has glasses on. That's like the most time when they actively have sex. And of course, if you have a loving girlfriend who you would, you know, have all the love in the world for, and she fulfills your every need, of course there's a jealous sister involved who also wears the glasses that you just can't control your fetish feelings for. So you end up doing stuff with your sister as well, simply for the fact that she has glasses. I've never had a fetish control me that much, but you know what? Props to you, man. You just gave in. You just give into it. I respect that.
Yeah, when I saw this, it's like, all right, you know how hard it is actually find
good glasses related.
Just that and hentai, just even in the real world.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. No, JV actually do have a couple. Mm-hmm. They're monsters when it comes to fetishes.
Jesus Christ.
But the point is, even in hentai, it's very hard to find a full-blown fetish.
Dedicated to it, which this, thank God, is. Oh my God, it's so good. So, I mean, you know, it's exactly as I described. It's a recent hentai, so it pretty much just means sex scene to sex scene to sex scene to sex scene, you know, continuation like that. Pretty much just involving glasses and these two lovely ladies.
So if you have a glasses
if you have a glasses thing, my favorite part is in episode 2. They kind of acknowledge the ridiculousness of it to the point where his girlfriend goes to his sister and she's like, "Dude, you got to teach me how to please him better. I need your expertise, please." And of course, his sister has only ever had sex with her boyfriend or her brother, and she's like, "Oh, sure, yeah, come in. We'll talk about that. I've loads of things to no idea what the fuck he's talking about." And they even acknowledge it. So she's like, she sits there and she's like frustrated. She's like, "I have nothing to fucking teach this woman. I've nothing." No. And so, you know, who else would show up but the loving boyfriend / brother? And she's like, "Oh, why are the two people I'm sleeping with in the same room talking to each other? Oh, okay, they're getting along." And then we just immediately cut to his girlfriend blowing him right in front of his sister. And she's mad. She's like, "How long are you going to let this go on?" And he's like,
"You can join us.
You can join us." And she's kind of like, "Nah, I don't really think so." And then, of course, she ends up joining.
Yeah. Of course she joins.
Of course she joins. And then my favorite is after, you know, the inevitable, actually really disappointing threesome. This is probably the most disappointing threesome I've seen in a long time. I feel like they could have done a lot more with it. And it's barely even a threesome. They're like just all in the same room essentially, like barely interacting with each other. You know, they both kind of blow him a little bit at the end as like a finishing thing, because you know we got to finish on the glasses, of course. So how else are we gonna do that unless they're blowing them? And they, my favorite line is the sister's like, "Man, you finished on my glasses again." His girlfriend's like, "Oh, didn't you know? Yeah, he has a glasses fetish. He sleeps with me more whenever I'm wearing them." And he's like, "Oh, you guys knew?" And I'm just like, "Come on, dude."
I think it was this scene where either I read it. It's like, oh wait, now I think about it, you only date date. Was it this one?
Yeah, his sister points out, or maybe it's his girlfriend. Oh no, maybe he points out. Point is, someone points out, and he's like, "Come to think of it, all the people I've ever dated have worn glasses." Huh. And I think it's either the second episode or the first episode where they go to a glasses shop, and he is so incredibly turned on by just the fact that there's glasses everywhere. And he to the point where he's like, "We need to go to a Love Hotel now." And it's so ridiculous. It's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I'll probably be the same. I'm actually the same way.
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
But yeah, so
it acknowledges that it's ridiculous, and I like that. It has fun with the whole fetish thing, which I really appreciate. And the scenes are great. You know, all the scenes are fantastic.
It's good.
The characters just got a little bit of thickness to them. So like when they're like bent over in like different ways, there's like actual like thickness to them. They're not just like flat cardboard. You know, there's some plumpness to these ladies, and oh man, is it just fantastic? Oh, it's just so good.
Yeah, so I can't wait till I'm hoping I can find some more like this that caters to fetishes and hentai.
And not in a weird way. I like when they have fun with the fetish.
Yeah, because I know there are some shibari out there. I know eventually I want to review the what is this? Kenpeki Ojo-sama. I think there's a lot of shibari in
that one.
I know there's a lot of shibari in that. Eventually, yeah, we should. I think they just finished it on episode 4. I haven't started it yet. I was waiting until it finishes before I start watching it. I know before there's Nothing But Gals. I know that's one of my top 10s, I think. Speaking of which, I think when we hit 20, since all the ones we reviewed, I think we should see if it changed our top 10.
Has our changed our top? Maybe. That'd be interesting.
But yeah. So good on fetishes, especially on the glasses aspect.
Specifically the glasses fetish for this one. I guess incest too, technically, but they barely. I think they mentioned that they're related once, and then like that's it.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to help bang your brother better, and she's just like, shit. I don't. Sure, we'll talk about it.
So.
I highly recommend. So.
Yeah, it's a good watch.
It's fantastic. I think it's great. It's beautifully animated. Characters are insanely beautiful. So.
But yeah.
Now we just need more like actual animal girl hentai, and I'll just be complete.
Yeah.
There's none that are good.
I'm trying to even think of one. Honestly.
There's one I know where she's like a fox girl and she works as like a concubine or like a mistress, and like the entire plot is like one of her next client is like her childhood friend that she's loved forever, and like that's like the only decent one that's like semi decent animated and actually has like animal ears and shit.
Oh yeah, I mean I've read a lot.
Yeah, there's a shit ton you can read.
I read a lot.
Shit, you can read a lot. Oh my god, that's like all hentai is when you fucking read it.
But yeah,
we talked about it. Some of those on Fox's books club. I should borrow some of those. I'm thinking about it. Not today, obviously. But.
Oh, you want some now?
No, not today or anything.
But yeah, shit, God, I really need to do a con or something, man.
Well, my brother's got me covered because we've had like 4 parties in the past like 3 months, and it was my dad's 60th yesterday, so we got to celebrate that and have some fun with that. So I'm kind of getting that social interaction, but I'm getting that like fake social interaction because I have to look like a normal human being in front of my brother's friends because they're all normal human beings. So it's like I can't like let out my weeb side like I'd normally do. So it's like just clawing at me to get out and just like open up and do weird shit, but.
It's funny because when I was at work, a couple of weeks ago, my phone buzzed. I'm like, what the hell is that? Pick it up. Anna Minneapolis is going on right now because I put it in my calendar.
Oh,
it's like, oh yeah,
I got fucking depressed about that too because it reminded me. It's like, hey, you have a stay at the Hyatt, and I'm like, what am I supposed to stay at the Hyatt? Oh.
So now. I had to look on my calendar and like, well, what else is coming up? Furry mitigation is like in 2 months.
I pray to God I can go to Midwest Fur Fest. I just want
so
it's like my last hope of going to fucking any kind of convention.
And you called it last time about State Fair being canceled.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm like, why the fuck is it canceled?
Yeah.
And then
I didn't want to be right, but I was right.
Well, at the time it wasn't canceled.
I know, but what I'm saying is like I predicted it and I'm right. I don't want to be right about that. That's a terrible thing to be right about.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, why? It's months apart, a ways. And I'm thinking, well, then again, I don't know how long it takes for a prep for a state fair because I think
they prep for like a couple months.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess now it makes sense because the announcement was made a week ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if Renfest gets canceled too.
I haven't been to one. I want to go to one.
It's fun. It's fun to walk around.
I bet it is.
Get drunk.
Yeah, I think that's the only.
Oh yeah, you can find some like really good wine and shit there. Like they have I can't remember, but there's like this special wine mix you can get where they just mix two together.
Mhm.
Oh, that's like this super sweet but super strong. So you like drink it like it's fucking Kool-Aid, and then you're like 2 glasses done, and you're just like, how do I walk straight? And you're like, I've only had 2 of these.
Well, how big is it though? Or
It
whatever.
depends. You can order. So like normally it's like I'm trying to think like like a small cup. Like you fill it like halfway full.
Mhm.
But when you order like the special mix, it's 2 of them put together. So it's like a full like half solo cup.
Okay.
But the issue is like it's super strong and super sweet. So
Yeah, but I'm not a wine drinker though.
it doesn't even taste like wine is the thing. You can get plenty of shit there. Like there's mead and stuff you can get. You know, hard ciders. I love getting the hard ciders. That's like my favorite. So.
But yeah, I'm hoping that's not canceled, and I'm definitely hoping Galaxy's not canceled because I really want to meet Tara Strong.
I might give you. Did they charge at GalaxyCon for autographs?
Yeah.
I might give you money and give me an autograph.
Yeah.
If you can, I don't. They should let you if you just pay them, right? Just, hey, I have 2 things for you to sign.
Yeah, as long as you,
Like
as long as you
they
pay.
don't give a shit. Yeah. Okay.
I don't
I
think there's a limit.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever heard of there being like a limit as long as you provide money.
Yeah.
But I guess the only autographs I've gotten are like free, and that was Chuck Huber, and he signed like 4 of my Blu-rays. So.
But yeah, because I don't know how often she goes on a circuit.
I haven't really heard of her doing much, honestly, because she's busy all the fucking time.
I bet.
She's constantly working, which good for her. It's fantastic she's working.
I mean, but yeah, I don't know how often she's on a circuit.
I have no idea.
Because I know the people from Rocky
Horror
Picture Show. They're always fucking here.
Oh, of course they're fucking always here. I don't know why that movie's so fucking huge in Minnesota. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm like, I know it wasn't filmed here.
No, it was not filmed here at all.
It wasn't filmed
so
here.
I have no idea why the fuck they keep coming here.
Well, from what I just recently read that apparently Minneapolis is like the best LGBTQ.
Yeah, well, outside of San Francisco, we're
Yeah.
huge in terms of I don't know how many things. I just call it the LGBT community.
Yeah. Other than that,
I remember someone got fucking offended. Like, it's LGBT, and then like all these extra things. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. I respect all of you. I love all of you. I'll fight for your rights. I don't give a shit. I'm not remembering 800 words to a fucking acronym. I'm sorry. I can't
swear
do
they keep adding.
They do. They, like 4 years ago, it was like LGBT, and then LGBTQ, and then LGBTQA, and then they added like a plus, and then like they added like 2 more things to it, and I don't know what the fuck they added. So it's like,
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say LGBT or LGBT community, and sorry, that's it. I respect all of you guys. I love all you guys. I fight for proper pronouns and all that shit. I do all that stuff. I don't need to waste my fucking time memorizing 800 things for an acronym.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
it's as simple as that. It's not that I'm showing disrespect to the community. I'm just saying I don't want to remember an 80-thing long acronym.
Yeah.
That's all.
So yeah, I'm kind of hoping it's not canceled.
Yeah, GalaxyCon actually would be dope to go to.
Cause
I'm trying to add more to my list of cons I want to go to.
Mhm.
So like I've added Kitsune Con, and I've added one other one to my list that I want to go to. Hopefully next year. It's proving they're not canceled, but.
Where is it, Kissing?
That's
the Maryland one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Off the top, I just added them. I didn't do a lot of research on it. I just saw a couple people mentioned it on Twitter, and I was like, oh look, a new convention I can go to. So,
right.
From what it looks fine. It looks fun to go to. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be pretty mad if that gets canceled.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed for sure. I'll be mad because I really want to. I don't know why I really want to go to Midwest Fur Fest considering it's fucking in Illinois, but in December. That sounds like it's gonna be awful, but.
Oh, December.
Yeah, it's like beginning of December.
Like wait, where in Illinois?
I can't remember where specifically. I don't think it's in Chicago. But it might be, and if it is in Chicago, if it's not on the outskirts of Chicago, I might not go.
Yeah.
Just because fuck Chicago and fuck
yeah.
huge cities. I hate cities. I barely like going to our conventions in like the outskirts of St. Paul. Like I fucking hate that. Like leaving is a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah, because if if Perfume comes back for a fifth world tour, I might have to go to another state.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I want to go back to Chicago. I might have to fly out to Seattle.
Yeah, honestly, I'll help with that trip, honestly, because I'm not fucking going to Chicago for anything. I hate
Perfume's good in concert.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Maybe that might be worth it. That might be fun, like, fun trip to do.
I know when I was there.
It sounds like she's asleep.
That's what I thought too. Because I'm hearing I'm like, but yeah, they're good in concert. I heard Red Velvet is good in concert too.
I've heard Red Velvet's good in concert.
I'm kind of debating it. I'm not a BTS fan.
I'm not at all. Out of sheer principle, I'm not doing it.
No, I probably wouldn't.
I like the music. I like the music though. I'm not gonna say like.
I think it depends on who else is with them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're bad or anything. I refuse to be a fan of theirs just out of sheer principle. That's all.
Yeah. So here's hoping everything's opened up.
At least next year, I hope things open up because maybe I can make 2021 my 2020. I'm hoping because I want to go to Evo. I don't want to do the fucking online Evo shit. I like the games that they chose for online Evo. That's all cool. Those are games I really like, but I wanted to go. I wanted to be at the stadium and like cheering people on and shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to go out of state for a handful of conventions. So.
Yeah, I kind of want to travel somewhere right now because I have the money.
That was gonna be my big thing. Is I just wanted to get out of state and just experience things, meet new people, and all that shit.
Shit, I was debating if I'm like, you know what? If people were, if countries paying for tickets again, they come to our country, and I'm like, shit, I might as well go to Ireland.
Might as well, honestly. Ireland's
but at
great.
the same time, it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do besides see the hills?
Drink.
If I can. I don't even know if the bars are. I don't know what. Like I said,
the
I don't know.
pubs are probably closed.
I don't know what's open. Like I said, if Japan was open.
Yeah, then I'd go for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'd risk it. I'd just wear a fucking mask everywhere.
Sure, pay for my ticket. I'll go.
Hell yeah, I'll go.
Let me get a new passport.
Oh shit, that's what I have to fucking do. Not the passport. I have to get the real ID.
Mm-hmm.
Because although it technically works out because I turned 25 in January, so that's when you have to get like the new license anyway, or like you have to renew your license anyway. Yeah.
Well, you don't have. I don't know how it is when you have to get a new one, but I know it's not mandated yet.
No, because of the travel stuff and the COVID, the real ID is no longer needed for travel by October. I believe they've pushed that like an entire year. But I wanted to get mine done by October because I was going to travel a lot, and then that just didn't fucking pan out. So it's like shit. And it's kind of a happy accident because apparently even if I got a new one this year for like the real ID, I apparently would have had to get a new one when I turned 25 anyway, according to some people. I don't know for sure. I think I think they're lying or not correct on that.
Right.
But whatever. So it's kind of a happy coincidence to where if I needed the real ID to travel and I also needed to renew it or to get a new one at 25, then I'll just do it at the same time now. So it's not it's not a huge deal.
Okay. Do you have a video editor?
I can get one.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was thinking of putting this on YouTube, but I try to do it, but the ones that I upload are MP3s, but you can only
do like
upload
MP4s. I think you can in Audacity save it as an MP4.
I'll have to look.
If not, it's probably not that hard. Otherwise,
but no, it's not.
It's not like we need something. We just literally choose a backdrop and then that's it. We don't need anything fancy. It's just backdrop for the entire length of the audio, export, YouTube. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. That's pretty easy. You can just do like Windows Movie Maker, honestly. I don't know if you can do separate audio. No, you probably could. I don't know. Point is.
Well, I tried to do it on mine, but it wouldn't work.
Okay. Point is, I can probably get one super easy. So,
Okay.
Or super cheap.
What do you suppose? Like, I don't know what your availability is on as doing an actual what we do on panels.
What do you mean by that?
Like, reaction videos from like instead of actually showing the hentai, we did just
Just like us two,
Yeah.
like we just record ourselves like doing the reaction, and then like this. A timestamp and stuff wouldn't be that hard.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no way we could do that on YouTube.
Well, no.
No fucking way.
no. But doing a semi laugh track.
Yeah,
type
we could
thing.
do like a riff track or something like that. We could totally do that. That wouldn't be that hard.
Okay.
So
All right. But that's our show. I also have a. If you guys don't know, I'm planning on getting rabbits.
Yep.
2 of them. This
bunnies.
might be a bad idea.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
No. I mean, well, I was gonna get to the bad idea.
You're supposed to lead with the bad idea.
Well, my bad idea was have one of the audience pick out one of the rabbits' name. Remember, I have to bring these to the vet, so it can't be too
too ridiculous.
Because one of them I'm gonna name Ari. Little joke, because rabbit's being named after a fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so clever, guys. Laugh.
It is clever.
It is clever. Fuck you, Matt.
So if you wanna name the other one.
We'll actually probably send out an email for that instead of just relying on people because people tend to respond to the email a little bit. So.
Yeah. Speaking of emails.
You motherfuckers.
No. I was talking about
I was talking about that too. Like we haven't heard from them in how long now?
I don't know. I don't know if they're waiting till everything they could go back to work. I don't even know if they're.
I can't imagine a lot of porns being made.
No, it's still being made because they're.
The amateurs are. They were just filming with their boyfriends anyway.
No, I'm talking about the site.
Like the shit we're talking about in terms of what they wanted us to do. Yeah, like I can't imagine that they need a lot of people in the same area for that. Especially considering the production quality of the show.
Yeah.
That's one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to get a sponsored episode where we review something specific for you guys. Because either way, we're reviewing this series. We don't care if we get paid for it or not. But if we're not getting paid, then we have to wait for it to all air.
Yeah.
Which will take a long. Well, not that bad. They have 3-4 episodes now. Out of like 12 or something.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Entry, homeroom, gym, detention. 2 more left.
2 more left. Okay.
Yeah.
See, when those 2 come out, then we'll actually have like not a scripted episode, but a full dedicated episode talking about this. Because I'm not gonna say anything right now, but we have opinions.
We do. I mean, you can probably tell by our tone of their voice.
You can probably tell, but we're trying not to ruin anything in the future of. Although I guess to be fair, we've made it very clear, or we're gonna make it clear to anyone who offers us money to review or sponsor anything, is we get to be honest about it instead of just read from a script that they give us. So
I don't think they'll give it.
These guys know, well, outside of their promo code stuff, I'm guessing, and like what their website's about, they'll probably have us talk about that from a script. But like the actual thing we're reviewing, we're gonna make it very clear of. We get to say whatever we want about this.
Or they're just gonna completely forget about us, and then we just have free access to like, I still can't believe we still have.
I thought that. I'm pretty sure she said it was a temporary account, and it hasn't been shut off.
No, they just said here's access.
Here's access. Okay.
I don't remember seeing a temporary.
I'll keep it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no.
Like at this point, I'm thinking they forgot.
I think they absolutely forgot.
Because I don't know if somebody in whoever
marketing or whatever
who deals with accounts, who has an account where and who what. I don't think they're gonna go back and say, didn't we give somebody? Didn't
we give this guy a free account?
Yeah. So I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I don't think they're big enough to do that. They're not like Pornhub levels of
they are.
Staff-wise, I mean.
Well, I mean, their whole conglomerate.
Oh yeah, I guess they are like a. But okay, then in that case, we're probably safe forever. Because if they're like part of like a larger company, there's like no way, right?
No, they're. Here, let me close this out. And then I'll tell you because I don't think these guys want to hear about business aspects of the porn industry. Or maybe they do.
Maybe they do. I don't. Y'all are fucking weird.
But anyway, that's our time. Until next time, I'm Jared.
I'm Matt.